Hello, 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 hello. Finally. Jeez. All right. What? It's already halted? Bruh. All right. What am I doing? Am I on yet? Oh, I am on. So, what am I doing? Hey guys, this is Dontez, and let me. Yeah, I'm trading DWAC today. I'm in Las Vegas, and I'm in like a parlor room in the Wayne, and right now, uh, yeah, today we're on a laptop, and so things are a little out of order, but we'll make it work. So I'm gonna say, how you guys doing? About to do this over here. Cool. Yes. Okay. All right. So that halt's probably gonna happen for 15 minutes, so we got plenty of time. And this is nowhere near where I think it's gonna go. Yeah, but that first candle, I really wanted to go in at least 20%. Man, that sucks. My OBS was doing some stuff that slowed down my computer at the wrong moment. Hmm. But oh well. I'm glad you're doing well, Miley. That's funny, Miley. I like that name. Hmm. This this is kind of annoying having everything on one screen. Yeah, but today Steven says just to be patient, pretty much. There's already history written, and so we already have a soft top and we have a hard top. A lot of people were taken out of the market last night, or not last night, last Friday, and so I am putting in twice my account today, so that's gonna be fun. Um, what am I saying? So right now I think I have a 23K account, and so I'm putting in like 46K. Uh, I really wanted to go in the first candle because there's so many people that were like trapped over the weekend. Or that's that's upsetting. Wait a second. What? Dude, this is okay. Haha, you say it correctly, morning. Oh, hey Kevin. Hey D boy. Good morning. Um, what was I say? So, oh yeah, I made a note. So here's the outline for today. Uh, Pretty much like I have 1 day trade left because I'm under the PDT because I'm growing the small account for the channel. Um, the ideal play today is to go risk 10%. The rough goal is to make 30%, and we're gonna scale in. 120 would be the minimum that we're willing to risk at least 30% of our account, and or like 30% of our max position at least. History's already been written. The upper top is predicted around, like technically it's around like 120, but I'm giving it like a little room just in case people come in. It's unhalted right now, and so I expect this to push into like the 120, 130 area. Uh, but you really just have to see how it opens. But my actual prediction is like the top's going to land between like 140, 180. It, it just all depends on the first 30 minutes. But there's a lot of people that are just trying to get out right now. Uh, if you look on Twitter, you'll see a lot of Hold on. I need to. No, that's fine. If it drops now, I I'll be okay. Yeah, I'll be okay. But what am I doing? All right, so back to this. Uh, Pretty much there's a support around like 40 to like 70ish, and it's really solid. And then the second support would be like in the upper 90s, and then that's where it starts getting into like 120 plus. That's where it's like a very fixed top, and so that's where I'm risking off of today. Uh, I'm going to scale a position according to like 140 as the maximum top, and yeah, that's pretty much the play today. I'm risking total 10% of my entire position with margin, and so that's roughly like 5K using 50K. And yeah, right now we're just waiting for it to get to our point. Um, there's been a like a 20% pullback, and so I said 20%, $20 pullback. So that's about like 10-15%. So it's really bullish right now. So I wouldn't go in right now. I'd wait at least like 5 minutes and let it go up to like 120 plus before you take a short position. But if you want to buy, yeah, this might be a small buy for like a 5%, 10% gain. Um, if I went in right now, I'd only go in like probably like 10% of my max position. And that's mostly just to get borrow fees back. And then the borrow fees weren't even that bad. But what am I doing while that's happening? Let me see what you guys are saying. Morning. Hi, Kevin. Are you trade PUSN? No. See top left corner of the left screen. Good morning. Only see top left corner of the left screen. I can't even tell what you guys are seeing. Wait, like as I'm talking, what do you guys see? Like, can you see the TradeZero screen right now? Because I'm most likely gonna keep it on this for now. I go back up. But what am I doing? Like I'm trading on a really small, expensive laptop that like Steven gave me, and yeah, I kind of wish I brought a few more things to Vegas. I want to see if he traded yet. I have a little iPad over here too. I have to show my face. Nope, he's waiting. That's good. Only top left. Only DW and the timer. What? This. Okay. Full cam. Screw. Transition. Okay. Maybe this will help. How about now? Because everything does seem like super small on this screen. I also could put this over here. This might help. Okay, see in full screen. Nice. Yeah, better see full window now. Cool. Uh, yeah, I have so much FOMO, like, just in case it does drop, I kind of want to have like something in there. Yeah, especially if 120 is the top right now. But I know it's not. It's I have to fight myself. There we go. Give us a push. Like even if it gets like a little close to 120, I'll give it at least 20%. Like 20% of my position. Um, I just want to see some big price action within a short amount of time, and then I'm okay with that. But what was I supposed to say? Did anyone trade Friday? Like, I heard a lot of people made money. I haven't heard that many like blow up stories, But we're out here in Las Vegas right now because we're responding to Graham Stephan's video, and Steven and him and the other people, they made friends last night. Like they made too much friends last night because we stayed up way too late. He bought everything on the menu. I'm tired, drunk, everything in between, and I'm like, man, I got to trade tomorrow. And man, but what's with that? Yeah, right. I don't need to keep watching that. Let's see. Other than that, I'm coming out with a. Someone asked me for like a statistics video, and so I'm going to bring out like the 101, which is just going to be theory. Then 102 is going to be like, uh, yeah, you'll see some videos coming later. They're all in the works, just like me. But I'm going to put out content. I haven't promoted anything yet, but I'm still working on like first becoming a better trader. And yeah, like this is a really big trade for me because I'm at like 24K, so like right below PDT. And so like this is one of those moments when you're below PDT. If you barely get over PDT and you come back down, they're gonna give you like a 90-day ban. So you have to like risk really big to separate yourself from the PDT. And yeah, that's this type of day. So that's where I'm at right now. Let's see. Okay, seeing perfect. Yeah, better see the full window now. Small. Agreed. Yeah. Trade them all in the same church. It still made me fun. Sounds like let's have fun. Oh yeah, we had a lot of fun last night. Um, yeah, but I'm using the same strategy. Uh, these tickers that go up like 300, 400 plus, they just have big pulls in either direction. You just take advantage of it. And the thing is, the first day is the one with the biggest pulls. Now there's enough people that are aware of it, and so you're not expecting like super fast price action. You have to wait to how should I say this? So if you ever like traded KODK, AMC, GME, like all those other like hype tickers, CEI, there's some days they just like went sideways, and like you were expecting like a lot of stuff to happen. Well, most of the volume is traded in the morning. And so if we do see some type of big pull, it's going to be before 11 o'clock. And so we have to watch it to like read what it's trying to tell us and then just act accordingly. If it goes down, I dip buy. If it goes up, I short. Like pretty simple. But it has to move at least like 20, 30% within like a very small window of time. Like not even like 10 minutes, but like 10, 20, 30 minutes. And if there's a halt or something in between, we can also use that as like a small edge. But my goal today is only like 30%. And so I'm like, I could have got that if I just went in at the open with full, like max position. And like my original plan was to put in half at the open and treat it like a gap up short. And so I'm really salty right now, especially since everything's just being slow and it's going down right now. But it's not going down fast enough that I should dip buy it. Because what do you call it? Dip buying is not the best edge today. It was Friday because it was a new stock and like a lot of people in there. Now since it's already written history, eventually people are going to wise up and they're going to say, hey, this isn't the next MGT and stuff like that. Unless it gets promoted by other like famous people. Then that's where you pretty much just had to like chat room snipe, hedge fund snipe, Twitter, social media, everything. And you just had to like be there to know that type of stuff. In this case, we're just using price action and basic statistics. And statistics don't really help in this case, but they do help you understand like the behavioral biases that happen in these stocks. So what am I doing? Yeah. Let's see. Sounds like fun. Can you explain more of using halts as an edge? So news travels slow. Like when you have a like an earnings winner or like any type of catalyst that pushes or like drops the stock, is going to reach a lot of people's ears very slowly. When you have a halt is usually like long enough and scary enough for people caught in a position they're just not ready for, that there's going to be a big reaction after a halt. And so if right before the halt there was a big drop, because a halt happens when there's a 10% move, if there's a big drop and then there's a halt, there's a likely chance that it's going to like drop even faster if what do you call it, there's like definite tops before that. Now if it went too fast and then halted, like past the 10%, like closer to like 20% all at once, and then it halted twice or halted like 3 times, that's when, you know, a lot of people are going to use that time to dip buy. And, you know, they're going to alert to their chat room. They're going to type, they're going to go on Twitter and everything like that. Everything's going to happen within like minutes or seconds sometimes. And that's where, like, you know, you see something go from, like, if it was originally $100 and then it goes down to like 50, 60, like, oh, similar to GME when it went from like 300 and then it went to 100. And then, like, you know, that big halt, and then everyone just dip bought it and it went back up to like 200, like upper 200s. Like, same idea. It's just you have to have a little bit of understanding of the current liquidity and like strength that it has, and then, like, you know, take a little step back, put a bigger frame, and you're just like, okay, what's the time? What's any other influences that could be on this? And I also have like the warrants up, so I'm trying to, like, if this does hold, I'll read the warrants to get a judge of whether it's going to go up or down. And sometimes the warrants move a little bit faster than the leading play because a lot more people are concentrated on the leading play, but they're connected in a way. I think I answered the question. But yeah, I'm really looking for just something like 120 plus just to even start my position. But I really want to go in right now. But I can't tell if that's my FOMO or intuition or what. But I got like a little iPad on my right, and there we go. I'm looking at the Freedom chat room and the general chat room just to get a general sense of what kind of FOMO and stuff are people like having right now, or if there's like technical issues, like pretty much any edge you can find that you can add on top of your edge to just add those like 5%. What am I doing? Yeah, we're good. Like if I was on my normal setup, I'd be like paper trading Mark. Actually, I haven't even checked it like since like an hour ago at least. Like I got up at 4 to get everything. I didn't even need to. Let's see, where you guys saying? Where you at? Step it. Still learning. Sounds good. Like you're a plum. Can you explain more? Yeah, thanks. Okay, cool. Yeah, we just chilling. Can you guys hear me well? I turned off my echo because it triggers me. Like hearing my own voice. Like I talked so much last night. Like normal podcasts, they go like an hour and a half. These guys talk for like 3 hours just because as soon as we showed the account statements and like all this other stuff, they had questions. And like then we went to dinner, another 2-3 hours went by. My social personality is just drained right now. But like they're great people. I'm talking about Graham's crew, by the way. What am I doing? Other than that, I had so much like sushi. I really no, don't do it. Okay, so we're 20 minutes in, and I haven't seen any big pull. If anything, there's a lot of weakness right now, and then there's no reason for people to dip by this, like at the moment. Yeah, it's looking pretty weak. Mm. Let's see what the general. Oh, I could use the laptop, or not the laptop, the iPad. I need to change the timer on this. I don't like that it's consolidating here, even though it's going to do it multiple times. But that just makes it a lot more like I feel like they're stalling, and then they're calling their friends, and they're just like, all right, put your house on this long. And I really want to go short today because I went long Friday, and I don't know, it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth, even if I do make money. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I traded PHUN and DWAC last Friday, and I got like 7K off of that, and so that's good for my 20K account. And now the last 12 trades I made, I think I won 11, and so like I'm just so close to getting back to where I started before I made that last 40K trade where I was just having fun and I held it overnight and then it went against me. And it was, did I go short? Yeah, I went short at like 32 on GME and then no, it was AMC 32 and then woke up, it was like 40, 42 and then held it to like 42 at the end of the day. Um, but that was back in like February. Like since then, I've done a lot of practice. Most of my pressure comes from like I only have one chance today. Like as many entries as I want, but only one exit. Hmm. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. Okay, so since yeah, yeah, it's not a pattern. Yeah, you don't track these. You can track these, but the way you would track them is very subjective to your standards you set. Audio is fine. What do you think about PHUN? So PHUN is still actually I'd have to check right now, but it should be a sympathy play, and so it should look really similar to what we're doing now. Yeah, see, like it failed at the open, just like DWAC. It's a lot lower price. Uh, what is Mark at right now? I'll just open another one. I don't want to take too many off. Yeah, like the idea is we want to see what has most of the volume. It's at 4 now, bruh. Uh, if I had more, nah, we're not even close that. Grr. That's annoying because that was another ticker that went from 70 cents to like $9, and like when I woke up, it was $8, and I'm like, oh, I want to short this right now, but only have one chance, bruh. Oh, that could have been the big one. Okay, no, chill. Um, yeah, but PHUN, it's a sympathy play still. It looks like it's directly following. Yeah, it's still on 3 minutes. Uh, it looked like it's directly following. Yeah, it's almost like a complete mirror. There's slight deviations, but it's following it with like at least like 90% accuracy or like similarity. I wouldn't be surprised if like Steven has like multiple windows open. Like you see how I have these like simple screens. He'll have the same thing with all the sympathy plays, and he'll just short on every single one of them at the same time. It's the same thing when he covers, cover. Um, on Friday, I didn't want to like split my attention, so I didn't do that. So I just did like okay, 20% on DWAC, and then went to PHUN and did 20% here too. Uh, because I have a history of trying to trade four things at once, and like I'll make money, but I would have made more money if I just focused on doing the most efficient technique on one of them the right way. Okay, yeah, this can work because I got the warrant over here just in case it halts. PHUN is, this could help me look at a little bit of the strength too. It's just this consolidation might go on for a while. Like when I traded, you guys, um, it was like legit 2 minutes after I closed the stream. Let's see if I can make this like a half window. Let's see. So put this over here. Ah, I can. Cool. Oh yeah. Oh, that's so much better. I can even see the chat. I should have did that in the first place. All right, but what's this called? Kenpo? Oh no! Don't go down. If you do, it's fine. What am I doing? I still think it's going up. Just because I trust in all the diamond hands and all the other people that are no, I trust in humanity's greed. So what do you call it? Oh, here we go. Yeah, so I just started buying in the 90s. Steven, he made 2 longs and 2 shorts. He basically played tennis with the DWAC on Friday, and he top ticked it at like around 160, and bottom ticked it around like 184. It halted, went up to like 120. He like covered along the way because he went oversized in this position. Uh, then when it went up to 120, top ticked it again, went all the way down to like 67 something. He had a little bit of his position that he had from like 84, went down to 67, top ticked it at or bottom ticked it at 67, brought his average down to 74, rode it back all the way up, and then covered a lot of it in the like 110s area, and then covered the rest at like lower 100s. 6 million day, and that you'll learn about it on the podcast. But they were very excited. They were super shocked. It's very inspiring and like kind of scary. But what did we say? Let me go to the chat. I just want to make sure. There you go. So you're trading PHUN today? No, I'm trading DWAC. Only have 1 day trade left. It's not going to be the case after I make this trade today. Like I can put in money in the account. It's just I don't think I have enough discipline to like basically I would lose some type of self-respect if I put any more money into the account. And since I lost half back in February, I told myself, hey, was that February? I think it was like March or something. I told myself I'm not putting a penny in here until I put it back up to where I started. But what do I say? Like the amount of balls this man has, like to make that type of position, like pretty much, how do you say this? If you know anything about like trading, if you use like ×3 leverage or ×4 leverage, and basic risk management and stuff, he had like a 1 to 50 risk reward ratio. Like basically used like 12 million to make like 6 million, but like he used it with leverage, so he didn't put 12 million in. He used like a lot smaller account and risked something super super tight, like in the hundreds of thousands. And so that means like 1% risk or 2% risk. And like it's really inspiring. It's also like borderline insane. Like if you were there in the what do you call it, the webinar, because he did a 4-hour webinar because he wanted to make sure everyone saw what happened. But what was I about to say? During that time, a lot of people are just like, you have to be on cocaine. There's no way you can do this sober. Mark seems crowded despite price drop at open. DWACW is behaving the same too. Yeah, uh, take takes practice, I guess, to trade so many windows. I have no idea how many he managed to top ticket so well. He used level 2 to gauge weakness just fine. Yeah, so like level 2 is something you pick up over years of only focusing on level 2. It's only used for accuracy. Like it shouldn't be your main thing. Like no beginner, no intermediate, and barely the advanced traders should be looking at level 2. Only people that look at level 2 are the people that like they built an edge around level 2. And what do you call it? That's why you see me work. I have these simple windows because I don't need it to make most of the gains that I need. I'm still so salty I didn't make that half entry at the open. Like, but it's still fine. I want to see what he's doing right now. He, yeah, consolidation 2 to 3 hours. Size into the crack sounds about right. Well, that's more of like after a push. If you do that, hmm. Yeah, yeah, he didn't alert anything yet, but that's fine. I'm still I'm still waiting for like a big push because like this thing won't trick me. I know it has some strength left. A lot of people are basically trapped from the open slash like the pre-market because I'm pretty sure a lot of people they short it in the pre-market and then all the people that what do you call it bought all the way up like from Friday to here uh they're fighting themselves whether they want to be greedy or not, and then there's other people that are just chasing when they don't know what they're doing. So I'm just waiting for things to calm down and see what's like left over, and then I'll make a move. Uh, because like this isn't going to go down today. Like with these type of hypes, they usually don't go down within minimum like 2 weeks. But there's the biggest price action comes in like the first couple days because like the hype dies out, then it comes back a little bit, then it dies out for real, and then it's mostly just people that are trying to come to terms with reality. But what am I doing? It takes practice, I guess, to do many windows. Yeah, it does. You want to focus on every essential like principle or strategy, technique, pattern, like pretty much everything related to your trading. You want to focus on the quality of that factor or quality of that uh I don't know the right variable. There we go. The quality of that variable. Um so like you want to first get like a just a rough first draft of each of the variables needed to have the correct technique for the trading, but eventually you want to start focusing on like maximizing each one of those individually and then adding them together, and then that's how you maximize your profits. And like risk management is the first one that you want to like focus on in terms of quality, so you can scale your account. But what am I doing? He said, "What does dip by mean?" Or is no, it's just she. Sorry. Yeah, dip by. It basically means if there's a big pool, uh, so big red candle, and it happens with a big extension, you expect a pullback or like everyone to buy the dip, and then it's gonna pull back, and it's usually a fraction of how much it pulled, and you can make a small gain. So like 100% of the pull is whatever it the top price was, and it pulls like 60%. Like if it was $100, pulled like, $50, $60, like even something as small as like $30, you can expect like some type of jump or response back within like 15, 30%, 40%, that type of stuff. And these are patterns. And it is purely, I don't want to say emotional, but like it's a pattern for a reason. And it has something to do with like fundamental psychology mixed with like, everyone's personality, statistics, and everything like that, uh, coming together, making a specific personality. Uh, there's so many ways you can say it, like statistically, philosophically, and stuff like that. But it's pretty much the same stuff every time. You just have to survive long enough to actually know what to do, and also have enough courage to be patient, be consistent, and like a few other things. What am I doing? Congrats, you're having PHU today. Is behaving the same. Takes practice, I guess, to trade many minutes. I have no idea. He managed to top ticket so well. So he probably could have used level 2 too. But the main idea is we saw that halt, and what do you call it? If I remember right, it opened that day around like low 104, 103. Went up, halted at 131, like 0.5. And then went up again, halted at like 157, and then topped at 165, and then went back down after the halt to like 120. He top ticked it up to that point because like there was a halt that what do you call it? Right before, like if you look at the level 2, there's going to be like a certain amount of spread that happens right before a halt, and it gives you like a 10-second window. And it tells you that, hey, we're about to halt. You just have to see it enough. And like I think I saw it like Gratani's DVD. He said it a lot. But it's really, I don't want to say it's easy, because like if anyone tells you that trading's easy, they're lying to you. It takes a lot of focus and dedication. And it's front loaded. So like, you spend the first 6 months just learning every day, being consistent, putting things into like a focus, and then everything else is just staying sharp and surviving. It just took me a long time to figure that out. Like I knew it in theory, but I didn't realize like it needed my entire focus. Just because like I wouldn't say entitlement on my part, and not laziness, because I'm not lazy. I'm just not focused. But what am I doing? Yes, no. Oh, Steven, he has fast hands. Like too much StarCraft, or not too much. Yeah, too much StarCraft. Jimmy and you missed the DWACW alerts. Is that a question, or is that a statement? Wait, hold on. Let me see. Yeah, I don't see any alerts. And if you're talking about Friday, we usually alert within like 10, 15 seconds. And like, we're sacrificing our trades to give those alerts. But what was I say? Yeah, like the same stuff I'm doing right now. Oh, it's just a statement. Cool. Uh, hmm. There's a dude in Gen Chat the other day, and he couldn't read. Like he thought we didn't alert anything, and we alerted like everything, like as fast as we could, or like mostly Jimmy. I just can tell when he's trying to focus on his trade. If I'm already in a trade, then like I'll try to cover his back. We're both typing at the same time when we see him in the webinar, or like hear it, and like one of us usually gets to it. Most of the time we like both put in the alert at the same time, and then we have to delete one. But all the alerts in the channel, they're not me or Jimmy, they're Steven's alerts. But yeah, when it comes to those, every time we alert, we lose a little bit of our position every time if we try to follow him. The thing is, like Jimmy, he tries to, well, we do this thing where we like half try to follow him, but we also know the plan, and so we don't want to like rely on him too much. But at the same time, we're like, hey, the money's good just following him. So like, there's a reason people just track his alerts. Stop sleeping. Something I'm forgetting. Oh, it's like watching paint dry. I have no idea. They get so much respect for him. How many people are here anyway? I can't even see. Can I move this? I cannot. DWAC is bouncing back. Am I looking at something? Oh, okay. You're talking about from here. Yeah. It's always going to be a bounce. So like from 120 to 96 within the first, what is that, 10 minutes? Yeah, within the first 10 minutes. And then all the way down to 88 within the first 30 minutes. What's the volume right now? We'll just do the day. This will work. 2 months. 27. Okay. Yeah, that has nothing on the previous one. Yeah, it's 500. And then 30% of the volume is usually traded in the first, in the morning, pretty much. And so, 30% of the 500, that's 3 times 5, 15. So 150. As long as it doesn't have 150 million volume, trade it within the morning, we're kind of on track to use the same amount of liquidity and volume and other stuff like that from Friday to gauge how strong it is today. And so right now it looks pretty weak. So now my estimates from before, I'll still keep them like for a back end play, but for the morning I can like, wait, what should I say? Like I can scale in at least half of what I predicted before. So I was looking for like 120 plus. Now I might look for trades like around 110, 105, and then look for like 30% plays. And so somewhere between like 110 and 120, and then cover between like 80 and 70. Like I could just dip by this, but that's not the edge, especially in the upper 80s, 90s. Like it's strong, but I don't want to get in the habit of buying. Not yet, especially on this. We saw the warrant go as low as like 32, I think. Because like this is like sometimes lower price tickers that are sympathy plays, they're easier to gauge the key points in the chart, and you can see those ABCD patterns, and like you pretty much you can put yourself in a position like when you first start out trading, you want to know who are the players, like what are the types of people that trade, what are the groups of people that trade, like any type of mindset or frame you can put on the chart, and you want to run analysis of all those people within 30 seconds. And then that's going to give you a rough estimate of like buying pressure and selling pressure. And once you do that, you're going to match that with your experience, mix with your risk management, and a few other like techniques. And it's just going to give you a rough gauge of what's going to happen. But the thing is, the whole time you're going to have to miss a lot of plays. And once you miss a lot of opportunities, you're going to recognize what an opportunity looks like. And then once you recognize enough missed opportunities, you're going to recognize what's the best opportunity out of all those opportunities. And then you're going to put yourself in the highest odd position while risking like a very fixed amount that's based off your long-term salary that you plan to make based off of your trades. And so that's why it's okay to be under like PDT sometimes. And because people can't control themselves when they go above it and they get power and other stuff like that. It only gets worse with leverage because the reward gets bigger, your ego gets bigger. Like there's so many things that there's so many traps you can fall into in trading. But it all comes back to like you're trading yourself, and you have a mentor, a strategy, follow someone, but it's all going to come back to you and how you see it, what you do, and how you learn, and then what do you call it? Keep the knowledge and everything with you. Everything's so slow. Okay. Oh, here's one of my. I was working on like statistics. Get that out of here. I was working on a lot of things actually. Yeah, even working out. Okay, let's go back. No, I shouldn't exit that. Oh well. Here we go. Where is my stuff to trade? Where is my stock craft? Where is my bro? Where's I'm a mess, guys. Woe is me. Woe is me. Oh, let me look at the chat. Oh, here we go. Let me hide this. Actually, I don't think I can. Let's do that. There we go. Am I doing this right? Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to. I get yelled at every time I do something I'm not supposed to. Like on stream. Let me do this. This one, and then that one. Finally. No, bring it back. Was this the one? No, I think it was this one. There we go. Ooh, it's fighting a lot in the hundreds. Crap, I did not save that workspace. Well, I'm gonna stick to TradeZero right now. Like, I want to use this, but I want to use it on a separate screen. As it, like the paper trading function in this eliminates my FOMO really well. I love it. There's a lot of stuff I like about the StockCraft platform. It's just today I want to stay next to the buttons. I kind of want to see how the warrant's doing. DWAC W. Yeah, see, like this one's red, but then this one's green. So I wonder if this is gonna soak down. Let's see if they're like really mirroring each other. Like if there's like a slight delay, we could take advantage of it. So look at that. Versus it's all one candle here, and then over here it's over time. So like this one, it took 10 minutes to get to that point. Here it took like 3. So this one kind of seems a little bit ahead, but the general sense is there. Because that'll also say something about like I'd have to figure out how much was the previous day. Main thing is just to go into history and read what the stock is trying to tell you, and you just have to know how to read based off of what you know, like, and what you know that's credible based off of, statistics and etc. And then you run that analysis as fast as you can. And the only way to have that applied knowledge is to actually have that knowledge to efficient point. But I won't go too much into that. Let me look at the chat. So much respect. Just a statement. DW is bouncing. I see 12. 12. That's probably something. I don't think I asked a numeric question. Well, if we follow him, the results will be the same as him, or it might be different. So he has a really high winning percentage, pretty much like wins 80% of the time. It's just when you follow someone, you want to have a rough idea. Okay. It's starting to move pretty quickly now. Oh, we're getting closer to 10:30. It's putting pressure on people. Okay, here we go. We might be seeing something soon. But what was I about to say? When you follow him, you're gonna get the meat of the move, because like he's gonna make the trade, and he's gonna we're gonna alert it, and so we alert it within like a very small time frame, and so it's easy to follow those kind of alerts, and you make the meat of the move is what I want to say. What was I say? You can definitely profit. So if he makes like 30% or 20% and like stuff like that, you should be able to make the same 20 or 30% too. It's just when he alerts, hey, you should probably cover here. That's probably his half cover point, but that's probably somewhere you should be fully covered, because he has a bigger plan. He's going to go in and out. But he wants to make sure the people that are following him are taking the safest positions. And so he's going to give you the ones he knows that you can trade. Like the ones that is a really, really low chance that you can mess it up. And the only way you can mess it up is if you try to think. And so like that kind of sounds like I'm blaming you, but like how should I put it? It's happened way too many times. The only time people mess up is when they try to think for themselves, when they try to follow his alerts, and they haven't done enough homework to actually know the bigger picture. And so in the short term, most of the traders lose, because that's what the market is. Like, it's a paradox. It's meant to shake you out in the long term. And like it could be like an algo, it could be a hedge fund, it could be a pump and dump, anything, like 2-minute candle, 5-minute candle, 1-minute candle. Like a lot of them, they just put a lot more pressure on you and volatility. But if you get used to, like zooming in and out, like just staying conscious, like staying awake, staying focused of there's a bigger picture, things get a lot better. When you're in a good position in comparison to like, the verified tops and the verified bottoms, and then your overall strategy that you're trying. It's just, this is a hype. So you can use those rough strategies that you use in all kinds of patterns to basically use everything to trade the hype stocks. And that's why he was able to top ticket and bottom ticket, because he has all those percentages, all those numbers in his head. Like similar to people that count cards. It's just in this one, you're counting. How should I say it? You're just always counting something, and you're only counting things that are proven. And you're also giving yourself like a little bit of slippage room. And like, that's where there's always like a part of you that wants to get a little bit more, and so you have to fight that. But at the same time, that little bit more is like your emotion, your ego, and if you're thinking that, there's probably a million other people thinking the same thing. And so when you first start out as a beginner, whenever you get that feeling, oh, I need to do this, I need to go in right now, other people are thinking the same thing, and what happens is since the market is a paradox, you actually want to do the opposite. But the more you know, you would think the more you know, the more trading is going to become easier. It's actually the opposite, because the more you know, the more you fear. And there's like so many like things I could tell you. It's just, if I tell you too soon, or yeah, pretty much if I tell you too soon, you'll say you believe me, but there's a part of you that's going to be skeptic. And then that part of you that's like has a little bit of doubt is going to come back and get you. And it's going to come back and get you in such a subtle way that you won't recognize what happened until you go through like enough losses. And then every loss you take, you go back through the same material that you learned. And then you're going to see more insights every time. You're going to be like, I wasn't focused the first time. You take another loss, go back through the same material, you're going to see more every time. And you're just going to have to keep repeating that process. And you're going to wake up and be like, it's so simple, it's stupid. Like, but you can't program it too. Like, you can't put in an algo. You can put like most of it in an algo and stuff like that. You pretty much have to be insane or a psychopath. Like those ones that like don't have the emotional empathy. Because like that's what you're doing a lot of it. Trading with empathy and like all these other things. And you make sense of it. But for now, I'm still waiting. If I have a pattern and I have a specific amount of price action in my head, if I don't see that, I'm not going in. Like that's a part of the discipline. And like there's so many things that you just have to stay disciplined in, and then you're going to stay so hungry, it's going to keep you on the right track. The longer you survive, the better you get, pretty much. And you have to miss opportunities. You have to not be a sore loser. Because like when you take a loss, there's a higher chance you're going to take more losses. And so you have to learn how to lose. I don't want to say systematically, but like with dignity or something. Like just be like, hey, this is a part of the process. And you have to trust the process, have faith in like something, mostly like statistics. There's so many like things I can say. It's just every time I say them, I feel crazy. But like it's the thing, or that's what it is. I'm watching paint dry. Ooh. So let me look at the questions or anything right now. If we follow him, if we have Zoom where whole duck staff role plays the thoughts of each of the archetypes of any given moment in a trade, that would be entertaining and golden. Yeah. Yeah, like I can definitely see yeah, Steven, he'll definitely take the position of like the tycoons and hedge funds and stuff like that. Jimmy, I don't know if it's or I'm trying to think of who would do the ones where it's like multiple FOMO. No, Jimmy, he'll be the FOMO traders. Like the Robin Hooders, the Diamond Hands, the people like that. I'd probably be closer to the pump and dump sketchy. I want to say Tim Sykes, but like the people that, what do you call it? The people. Okay, I'm trying not to get in trouble. The people that sell their personality, and like they're an influencer, and they have enough following to have an effect, like pump and dumps, pretty much. You said DWAC is a first red day. It's a second day of a hype, so you can't really say it's a first red day, but that's pretty similar. Like usually any type of ticker that goes like a really big percentage, like this, you trade it similar to a first red day. You take the condensed area, and then you bet on that condensed area. If it breaks, you take your losses. But at the same time, you also know even if it does gap through it, it still has like enough of a pressure that acts like a magnet and brings that back down. So you want to scale your position in terms of that. But yeah, it's 10:30. It's 10:30, guys. What is it? It's 10:30, guys. I gotta go, and good luck. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh, I gotta come back tomorrow. Yeah, yeah. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Uh, Peace. Did I end the stream? I don't think I did. Your stream will not immediately end. There we go.